Drop, the support from TikTok creator community was outpouring. Almost everyone was sharing his song on their social media platforms, expressing how proud they were of the singer, including Charli D'Amelio, who Chase has dated, but now they are just friends. Lil Huddy co-wrote this pop-punk alternative track with a message to his fans that, quote, "It's okay to be different. That's the message I'm relaying in a lot of ways. I'm very misunderstood kid too. People don't know the whole story or who I really am. I've always wanted to be my full self. Music is my way to finally show them." And the exciting thing too about 21st Century Vampire and Lil Huddy releasing this song was we know that he was working on this song for a long time, about a year. When Lil Huddy was here in the studio at Hollywire, he told us exclusively that his dream was to make music, that he wanted to make music. So when the song finally came out, I feel like people were very excited for him, but not everyone appears to be a fan of 21st Century Vampire. Like Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards, they really don't seem to be loving the song so much. Recently, the two discussed this track on the latest episode of their podcast together, BFFs. Dave started talking about Lil Huddy's new song on the podcast by saying, quote, "Speaking of garbage, Lil Huddy came out with a new song." Josh laughs and then says, "That was a good transition, I'd say," and then laughs some more uncomfortably before saying that he's listened to the song, while Dave hasn't listened to the full track, but did decide he didn't like the song from a few clips that he heard on social media. Now, this is not the first time that, it's not that Josh had said he doesn't like the song, it's not that Josh had said that Lil Huddy's song is garbage, but it's like what he didn't say, right? He didn't really defend Lil Huddy in the moment. He seemed to agree with Dave that it was a good transition and that he thinks the song is also garbage, which is interesting because, I mean, we know that also Josh Richards and Lil Huddy probably don't have the best relationship, especially after Josh wrote his diss track, Still Softish, about how Lil Huddy was apparently sliding into his girlfriend Nessa Barrett's DMs. Now Josh and Nessa are together, but there is a chance that perhaps Josh doesn't have the best opinion of Lil Huddy because of this past drama. And then what happens is on the podcast, Dave and Josh, they listen to the song together, they watch the music video together. The first thing that Dave says is, quote, "Effing Huddy," followed by Adam Lambert vibes, which I'm pretty sure is a compliment. I don't know if Dave meant this as a diss, but it definitely seems to be a compliment, as Adam Lambert was a runner-up for American Idol. He sold over 3 million albums and 5 million singles worldwide, and to me, the most impressive thing about Adam Lambert is he currently fills in the shoes of legendary Freddie Mercury in Queen plus Adam Lambert. But I don't know if Dave meant that as a diss or a compliment. On the podcast, they are also watching the music video as they're listening to the song, and Josh gives us some fun trivia facts that apparently Jaden Hossler filmed his music video in the exact same spot as Lil Huddy did, and then Dave gives his official critique of the song saying, quote, "The video is cool, it's Adam Lambert vibes," so 2 times Dave is comparing Lil Huddy to Adam Lambert, which I personally would take as a compliment, followed by, "And I can see how girls would be like, oh my God, Huddy Huddy, but this is auto-tuned to F." All right, so that is Dave's opinion. I mean, auto-tuning too, and Josh kind of talks about this and kind of does take Lil Huddy's side in here, that a lot of songs we hear are auto-tuned to some extent, and the only way you could really tell if a singer has talent is to hear them perform acoustic or live. And Josh really did almost defend Lil Huddy here by saying that he's pretty sure he knows through the grapevines of social media that Lil Huddy has been working on his music, and he's been in the studio all the time for the last year. So Josh wants to give Lil Huddy credit on the work that he's put into the track, but Dave really doesn't seem to be having it as he barks back, "It's auto-tuned." But Josh then kind of defends Chase again, this time by saying that he expected so much worse than what Lil Huddy came out with, which very much could be because of Josh's consisting thoughts on Lil Huddy, how Lil Huddy shot his shot at his girlfriend, and that he thought it was gonna be so much worse. And then Josh kind of also, this is another thing that's in this interview that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to that I think is very, very important. Josh goes on to shade almost all TikTokers making music in this next comment, which would include his girlfriend Nessa Barrett, his good friend Jaden Hossler, his other good friend Noah Beck's girlfriend Dixie D'Amelio, among many others, as he said, quote, "All of the comments, and you have to agree with them, are saying he's not the worst TikToker making music. He's probably top 3. So now I'm wondering, and I'm curious what you guys think about this, Josh saying that Lil Huddy is probably top 3 of the best TikTokers making music. I mean, there's a lot of TikTokers making music. I also forgot, James Charles did a cover of Driver's License, so you can kind of put him in that group. Lil Ray, of course, had his song his big track too. I mean, Griffin, he's probably, I'm sure one of the worst is probably thinking about Griffin Johnson because everyone thinks that Convenient is a joke. So do you guys think that Josh was shading? Like, who do you think is in Josh's top 3 of artists, and who do you think he doesn't like? I'm curious about that. Yeah, that's true. Josh can rap. I do like Still Softish. I thought Josh did a good job. Josh could also very well be putting himself in the category of not top 3 for Still Softish with Bryce Hall. Dr. Evil Menace says Chase's song is a little bit auto-tuned, and that's what he wants to do. So, I think what Chase needs to do, and if I were Chase Hudson or Lil Huddy, this is what I would do after this interview. I would drop a acoustic song ASAP, because I would do that to kind of prove, hey, yeah, this track was auto-tuned. It was the vibe we were going for. I have pipes. I could sing. I think Chase needs to do that. But, those OG Chase Hudson fans know that Chase was posting a lot on Musical.ly and TikTok of him singing. So we know he can sing. We know he loves this, definitely. Tara is saying people have the right to sing and express themselves the way they want to, and Josh needs to accept that. I agree. I just think that Josh, and maybe it's the influence of Dave Portnoy, he doesn't really seem to be defending his fellow TikTokers. I think he could do a better job at that. If you guys remember back what happened when Dave Portnoy was talking about Nessa Barrett, accusing Nessa Barrett of using Josh for clout. Josh didn't defend at the time they weren't dating, but his ex and friend Nessa at the time. And also I know that Dave, I couldn't find the exact time when this happened before, but I'm pretty sure this is not the first time that both Dave and Josh kind of threw some shade at Lil Huddy on the podcast. Ava says, Still Softish equals gold, 21st century vampire equals garbage. Ava, that is so savage. Wow. Okay. Stephanie says, I think Josh is shading a lot of people, and he should have thought of that beforehand of what he said. So Stephanie, I agree. I'm a big fan of spreading kindness. I think that we should try to avoid shading people, especially our peers, as much as possible. I do think that was not nice. Natalie says, Josh Richards needs to pick on someone his own size. Well, yeah, I guess so. Or maybe not pick on anyone at all. I think that would be nice. I think we should be spreading love instead of hate. Yes, we're getting hashtag Still Softish. Dave is ruining everything. Yeah, I think Dave enjoys that he's ruining everything. I feel like that has become Dave's personality, is kind of just to mix up TikTok community. And if Josh was shading Dixie D'Amelio in his comment about saying that Lil Huddy is in the top 3 of good TikTok musicians, which leaves 2 spots open, if Dixie is not in one of those spots, according to Josh, that's problematic, because we know Dave Portnoy is a Dixie stan and has been trying very hard to get Dixie D'Amelio on the podcast, but I don't know if that will ever happen. I really don't. Lil Huddy, stick to renegading. Okay, says Ava. So Ava is not a fan of Lil Huddy, which is fine. I think, there's fans and there's haters. That's how it's going to be. You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. I'm sure there's some celebrities I don't like. No one that we report here on Hollywire. I love everyone that I talk about here on Hollywire, but I'm trying to think. There are some people. Oh, Justin Timberlake. I don't like Justin Timberlake. That's a hot take. Most people love Justin Timberlake. I, for some reason, will never be a fan of Justin Timberlake, but that's just me. Most other celebrities I absolutely love. Tara is team Chase, yes, while Corky is team Josh. Wow, Josh versus Chase. Let me see in the comments, what side are you guys on? If you had to pick between Josh's side of saying that Chase is auto-tuned or Chase trying to be an artist, are you team Josh or are you team Chase? Hello, Ileana, hi to you. Okay, I'm getting a lot of team Joshes here. I'm hearing Ecstatic Baddie is saying Chase's song is okay, but nothing beats Nessa and Jaden. I agree. I love Nessa and Jaden. I love this. Team Josh, Team Chase, Team J. Well, this is pretty cool. We are split. We are split between Josh Richards fans and Chase Hudson fans in the chat, which I absolutely love. Hello, it's your girls, ENA. Hi to you. Emily is Team Chase. Giselle is Team Chase. Honestly, I have a hard time choosing. If I was to choose if I like Josh or if I like Josh Richards or Chase Hudson more, I think they're hard to compare because they're doing 2 completely different things. Josh Richards, he has his podcast, he has his merch, he's very much a businessman, as we know. He has Ani energy drink, he's in the Sway House, where Chase is more of like the edgy, emo guy. He's working on his music, and I think people love that. So I guess it's a kind of a mix of both. Yes, people are watching Attaway General. Yeah, I'm curious about how the second season of Attaway General is going to be. Team Huddy from Jordana. Yes, I agree with that. I'm team both. I'm like the mom of both. I'm like, go sports, go all the teams. I hope all the teams win the games and they do very well. I hope Josh and Chase have amazing careers. Natalie thinks that Josh is jealous. I mean, it is possible that Josh could be a little jealous because, I don't know, on paper, I personally think that Chase Hudson and Nessa Barrett seem to be a great match on paper. I'm not saying that they should date, I'm just saying on paper they seem to make a lot of sense. And so it is possible that Josh is kind of jealous that, Lil Huddy has a song, he has this appeal to him. Nessa and him may or may not have had a thing. So it is possible that Josh is in. That is very, very true. So yes. Oh, thank you, Frankie, for defending me on my TikTok comments. I got into a little bit of a feud on TikTok for posting a clip from yesterday's live. People were not happy, so I appreciate you guys spreading love. That is so kind. Thank you so much, Frankie. I really appreciate that. That is so kind. Ileana, if you are just joining us, we are talking about and dissecting the BFFs podcast, where Josh and Dave Portnoy threw a lot of shade at Chase Hudson and his new song, 21st Century Vampire. So we're talking about both sides of that, about why Josh doesn't like Chase's song. I mean, the fact that Chase made the song to really hope to help other people feel less alone. I love the message behind it. The music video is trippy, but now I'm gonna see what you guys think. It is that time. It is trivia time. So if this is your first time playing trivia, I'm gonna ask you some questions. You'll also see the questions right next to me. So just let me know in the comments what you think is the right answer, and whatever has majority, I will pick. Also keep track of your own score, because I'm gonna give out shout outs to those who get the most right. First question, how old is Chase Hudson? Is he 16 years old? Is he 17 years old? Is he 18 years old? Or is he 19 years old? How old do you guys think Chase Hudson is? Let me know in the comments. How old do we think Chase Hudson is? I got 18. Do you guys agree? Is Chase 18 years old? Another 18, 18, 18. A lot of 18s across the board. Okay, I'm gonna go with 18. I think that is how old Chase Hudson is. Let's see if that is correct. Yes, that is correct. Chase Hudson is 18 years old. Now, how old is Josh Richards? Is Josh Richards 17, 18, 19, or 20? How old is Josh Richards? Let's know what you guys think. 18. A lot of people are thinking 18, and some 19. Okay, is he 18 or 19? 19, 17. Okay, I'm seeing more 19s than 18, so I'm gonna go with 19. I don't know if that's wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, I got one wrong. You guys might have got it right. So Josh Richards is also 18. Which means that if this was high school, Josh and Lil Huddy would have been in the same grade, the same class, which is crazy to think about. Who is Josh Richards dating? Is he dating Nessa Barrett? Is he dating Sommer Ray? Is he dating Cynthia Parker? Or is he dating Charli D'Amelio? Who is Josh Richards dating? Oh, maybe we had the Josh Richards age wrong, because I'm hearing from Kate. Oh, he did just turn 19. So if you guys had 19 for Josh Richards' year, we actually were right. That is a right answer. So you guys get a point for that. He did just turn 19. We did not update the quiz. I am so sorry. Okay, who he's dating, Nessa across the board is saying, yes, it seems like him and Nessa are officially dating. He seems to be referring to her as his girlfriend, and Nessa seems to be not. Debating that. With Jackson Mahomes, he had a little tiff with him. He's defending his girl. Who is Chase Hudson rumored to be dating? Is it Cynthia Parker? Is it Mads Lewis? Is it Kellyanne Stankus? Or is it Charli D'Amelio? Who is Chase Hudson rumored to be dating? Oh, some people are saying Nessa, which is not an option. So who is, okay, I got one for Charli. Who is Chase Hudson? Charli. Another Nessa. Okay, a lot of Charlis. I think it's Charli, because we have a lot of Cha-Cha fans, we know, Cha-Cha shippers, hoping they are together. They've been hanging out a lot. They used to be officially dating, or not officially, they were dating, they were hanging out. They didn't have that title, they didn't have that label. They broke up, then they've been hanging out a lot. So is he still rumored to be dating Charli D'Amelio? Yes, that is correct. That is so true. All right, next question, and if you were listening earlier, I said this multiple times. What is the name of Chase Hudson's newest song? Is it Love Bites? Is it 21st Century Vampire? Is it 21st Century Johnny Depp? Or is it Vampires and Blood? What is the name of Chase Hudson's song that I just told you? I got a 21st Century Vampire, a couple of 21st. Are you guys sure it's not about Johnny Depp? Positive. Okay. You guys think it's 21st Century Vampire? Let's see. Yes, that is correct. That is so correct. It's 21st Century Vampire. And what is the name of Josh Richards' podcast? I also gave you this answer if you were paying attention. Is it Call Her Daddy? Is it The Daily? Is it Josh and Dave BFs? Or is it BFFs with Dave Portnoy? What is the name of his podcast? Getting a lot of BFFs. Yeah, Call Her Daddy is another podcast on Barstool Sports Network, but it's not Josh's podcast. It's not The Daily, and Josh and Dave BFs sounds close, but it is BFFs with Dave Portnoy. That is correct. What town is Lil Huddy from? Is Lil Huddy from Stockton, California, Los Angeles, California, Phoenix, Arizona, or Portland, Oregon? What town is Lil Huddy from? Do you guys know what town is Lil Huddy from? Is it Los Angeles? Is it Stockton, California, Phoenix, Arizona, or Portland, Oregon? Where is Lil Huddy from? I'm getting some Stocktons. Are you guys sure about Stockton? Yes? Yes? Okay. We think it's Stockton. Let's see. Is it Stockton? Yes, it is. Wow, you guys know him very well. He is from Stockton. And then also, what town is Josh Richards from? Is he from Ontario, Canada? Is he from New York, New York? Is he from Toronto, Canada? Or is he from Vancouver, Canada? What town is Josh from? What town? Is it Vancouver? Is it Toronto, Ontario? Or is he not from Canada? Is he from New York? Where is he from? Ooh, I'm getting Toronto and I'm also getting Ontario. Let's see a couple more. Toronto. He's my Canadian boy. That's true. He is from Canada. Toronto. Okay, I'm getting more Toronto. So let's go with Toronto. And that is correct. Wow, wow, wow. So I got a 7 out of 8. But if you also got that answer and you picked that Josh Richards is 19 years old, you actually got that correct. So you got an 8 out of 8. So that in mind. Also, you also get an 8 out of 8 if it's 18 because you got it right with the quiz. So who got an 8 out of 8? Wow, Emily got an 8 out of 8. Congratulations. Livy, 8 out of 8. Natalie, 8 out of 8. Savagely got an 8 out of 8. Jefferson, congratulations, Jefferson. Corky, 8 out of 8. Livy, 8 out of 8. Kate, 8 out of 8. You guys are, your girls, E and A, 8 out of 8. Congratulations, you guys. Livy, Alana Gonzalez got a 7 out of 8. That's okay, girl. So did I. Mariana got an 8 out of 8. Rebecca, Aber, Tiana, Juliet. Mr. Makeshift got a 7 out of 8. That's close. It's okay. Hanson got a 7 out of 8. Kelsey Donahue got an 8 out of 8. Mariana got an 8 out of 8. Amazing. Congratulations to you. Livy Bug, 8 out of 8. So cool. Rebecca Smith, 8 out of 8. Dinah got a 7 out of 8, but that's okay. That's so close. Oh, Kyra got a 9 out of 8. Okay, girl. I see you. I see you. Congratulations. Rebecca, 8 out of 8. Cindy Grayling got a 7 out of 8. That's okay, Cindy. Me, too. I think if you got a 7 out of 8 or 8 out of 8, you crushed it. You did so well. This was a hard quiz. There were some trick questions on there. Team Chase, Giselle. Yes, 8 out of 8. Team Chase to you. Natalie Sterling got an 8 out of 8. Oh, Nat. Okay, Nat got an 8 out of 8. Great job, everyone. Yes, amazing. Hi, Grace. Hello to you. Hello, Jefferson. Oh, I'm so happy you guys love our channel, Tiana. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure you're subscribed because we do these quizzes and we do these lives all the time. And you'll be the first to know. You'll get that notification on your phone if you are subscribed. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that Josh was shading Chase Hudson on the podcast? And what do you really think about 21st Century Vampire? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let us know. I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.